Welcome to the channel. I want y'all to drop the RIP aunties down in the comment section. The Fed said not only did they do it in front of a Uber driver, which was the main key witness in this case, but the Feds labeled it as a double homicide. She had a baby in her stomach when they did it, and they recorded everything that went down. I want y'all to let me know if y'all rocking with T Grizzly. I want y'all to let me know if y'all rocking with Auntie. Regardless of what went down, Thang, he should have stayed where he was and he should have never took the $30,000. Y'all did it in front of an Uber driver. Regardless of how y'all feel about it, you should have never put yourself in that predicament. The Feds got a 99% conviction rate. Regardless of how they feel about it, it's not okay. They did exactly what they had to do, and now it's all on footage. Everybody who was at that scene was pointed out in the lineup by the Uber driver. The initial police report states that the 23-page indictment, it states that T Grizzly was on the phone with the shooter. He used his debit card to go withdraw the money to give the $30,000 to Thang. Regardless of how they feel about it, Thang should have just stayed where he was, and he should have never came to Detroit. He wouldn't have never got caught with that gun going back across state line. This is what linked him to the whole case. This is what linked him to T Grizzly. Now the Feds said that they kept him for 5 years, they let him go. The Feds don't play no games when they kick in. The Uber driver, he identified Thang as the prime suspect in this whole case. Now, I know Lil Durk looking at it like, man, this only adds on more problems. The Uber driver said that the blue Camaro pulled up. As soon as he pulled up, he hopped out the car. The Uber driver told the Feds that he unlocked the door, he let T Grizzly out of the back seat. As soon as he saw T Grizzly walk up 1 block and go to the corner, he saw the tail end of that blue Camaro. Now this was the car that was identified in the shooting. T Grizzly hopped in the same car as the dude who came around the corner and backdoored his auntie. Now T Grizzly, he didn't want her being his manager no more, and he didn't want to be signed to her no more. He wanted to get his own money. He came out and told everybody. He wasn't finna explain himself to nobody. The Fed said that would have been the right thing for him to do, is to tell his side of the story. Regardless of how he feel that it would come back on him, it was 5 years ago. The people who was at the scene is the only ones that know what went down. They recorded this whole crime that went on. And I want y'all to know one thing. Drop the RIP aunties down in the comment section. Let me know if you rocking with T Grizzly. Let me know if you rocking with OTF. Regardless of how you feel about it, the Uber driver saw everything. And the Uber driver said that T Grizzly was on FaceTime the whole time while he was in the car with somebody. As soon as he saw T Grizzly hop out the car, where else do you think the Uber driver dropped T Grizzly off at? He didn't drop him off at no studio. He didn't drop him off at his house. T Grizzly hopped out that car. He told JB that he was gonna call her as soon as he get to the crib. T Grizzly ended up hopping in the same car that came around and did that to this lady. This lady, people, is grieving right now. I would like to send my condolences out to her family. I would like to send my condolences out to her kids. Everybody that she was taking care of, they heartbroken right now. They said that they don't want to say the wrong thing because they don't want nobody to come to their doorstep. The Fed said that the family don't want to say too much. They only want to say a little bit. Regardless of how they feel about it, you cannot go around certain people thinking that they in your best interest. A lot of people ain't down for you. A lot of people will act like they right there for you, but whole time they gonna end up backdoing you, regardless of how you feel about it. RIP to this woman, man. This should have never happened to this woman. It's too much going on out here in these streets, and we all know that the streets don't love nobody. You have to watch the people you keep around you. Y'all need to open y'all eyes to the key facts of what's really going on, because T Grizzly, he thought he was gonna get away with it. Regardless of what he paid and regardless of who did it, all of them going down. They should have never even put themselves in this situation. We talked to the victim's family. They said that it won't be no tables unturned and it won't be no questions that ain't gonna be asked. The Feds don't come and get you as soon as a crime happened. They build up a case over the years, and it's already been 5 years. Regardless of how they look at it, T Grizzly, he bogus for... T Grizzly bogus for giving out that $30,000 to do this to this lady. All because you ain't want to be signed to her no more. You put yourself in this predicament. You should have never went out there thinking that you was gonna get away with it. You didn't look in the front seat and see that it was a camera right there pointing to the back. You didn't see the cord hanging from the dash cam going into the cigarette lighter. According to the initial police report, they said that dude hopped out the blue Camaro. As soon as he hopped out the blue Camaro, he ran around the side to where she was. Regardless of how he did it, you used the same gun you got caught with. T Grizzly knew exactly how it all went down. She got hit up right here, and she got hit up right there. Man, I would like to send my condolences out to this lady and her family. She didn't deserve to get did like that, all because she didn't want to let you out of the contract. It breaks my heart to see something like this happen. Just imagine if your people was his manager and he tried to do that. What would you do in this situation? Drop down in the comment section and let me know if you would have let somebody do this to your family member. What makes it even more dangerous, the Uber driver could have got hit and he would have been sent up too. T Grizzly hopped out the car because he knew that these people were finna pull up. It ain't take them long to double back around and backdoor this lady. Hit the like button, drop the RP down in the comment section if you think that T Grizzly backdoored this lady all because she didn't want to let him go. She was pregnant with your baby and she was your manager. So that means that you lost your own child? Like at the end of the day, that's bogus. The forensic evidence and the ballistics point back to the fingerprints that was on the door when they tried to open the door. They wanted to finish her off. Ain't no telling if they would have tried to stand over her. RIP to this lady, man. They bogus for what they did. It shouldn't have never even went down like that. That's why it's over with for T Grizzly. The dude that's locked up right now, who facing all this time, he said that the Uber driver could back up his story. So T Grizzly, you better hope they don't bring up them phone records and the audio inside of that courtroom. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Drop down in the comment section. This is sad. This is a sad situation, man. This is so sad, man. They should have never did this lady like this. Now it's all coming back on them. Regardless of how you do it, karma always comes back around. You wanted her gone that bad that you had to pay this man $30,000? Like, come on now, at the end of the day, this is sad. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you're a fan of Auntie Woman. This was a woman who helped T Grizzly from the beginning. Ever since T Grizzly got out of jail, he been by her side and she been doing all the paperwork. She been doing everything that consists of being the manager. A lot of people want you to put them in position to be at the top, and then they want to instantly try to backstab you, and then they want to instantly take over the whole spot or try to backdoor you. This lady lost her life. This is sad. Y'all put yourself in this situation. Ain't no way y'all can buy y'all way up out of this. This lady lost her life. She got kids to feed. She got family to feed. How do you think she was surviving all these years? She was surviving off being your manager, and you trying to take her whole livelihood away from her. This is a lady who helped you. A lot of people, they take help from people and then they turn their back on them. Regardless of how you feel about it, you should have never did it. You should have never had Thang to go out there and do it. And now his life is over with. The family ain't gonna play no games and they gonna testify against all y'all because y'all ain't her family. Y'all ain't no kin to her. Regardless of what relationship you had with this woman, you put yourself in this situation. I always tell y'all, you have to realize what's really going on. Pay close attention to the key evidence in this whole case. The DA ain't gonna play no games. The DA, they want to get down to the bottom of it. And they trying to figure out, why did T Grizzly hop out the car moments before this happened to this lady? Now, we all see this happen time after time, but T Grizzly, you played yourself. Thang, you played yourself. You see what Lil Durk going through. You hopped out that car, you went around to that passenger side, and you shot that car up. You gotta stop it at some point in time. Y'all keep on hurting each other. At the end of the day, regardless of how much you was paid to shoot that car up, this lady got a whole family that's backing her up. You should have never went out there and you should have never went to that other state thinking that you a hitter. You should have never did it. Like, at the end of the day, at some point in time, you have to realize that this was an innocent lady. She did nothing to T Grizzly. T Grizzly paid this money for no reason. She ain't do nothing to him. The Fed said this is a double homicide, and just because Thang did 5 years for the same gun that's connected to this body, it's not gonna be double jeopardy because they never charged him with. They only charged him with the pistol. The Uber driver said that everything was recorded. He had the dash cam footage inside of his Uber. Regardless of what went down, this lady should never even been in the back of no Uber when they making all this money. The Fed said that it was premeditated and it was a planned hit. The Fed said that it wasn't just a random act that happened. He wasn't even in one of his fancy cars. He wasn't in none of his cars. He was inside of an Uber. So how a random person gonna pull up, hop out the car, know that T Grizzly and his manager in the back seat, They don't know who in this Uber. They walk around to the passenger door, look in the window, and then they walk to the back door and instantly up and start shooting. Regardless of what's going on, it's not a random act that just happened. They didn't know who was in the car because it had tents on the back windows. In certain states, you cannot have your front windshield tinted, or you can't have the driver or the passenger window tinted. You can have the back tinted, but it has to be a certain percentage. Hit the like button if you think that this was a setup. Drop down in the comment section, RIP Auntie. The Uber driver said that his dash cam was running the whole time. They saw the dudes hop out the car on the footage. And this is why the feds is coming back to investigate T Grizzly and his homie for doing this to this lady. It's over with for them now. Hit the like button if you think that this was a setup. Drop down in the comment section, RIP JB. Drop down in the comment section, RIP JB, if you think that this was a setup from the beginning.